everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an updated Q&A because I haven't done one in about 6 months or more, so I asked on Instagram and Twitter for your questions and there are quite a few, so I'm going to try and do as many as possible / the most frequently asked. I've had a lot of questions about where I get my style and wardrobe inspiration from, and genuinely I get it from anywhere and everywhere. I kind of usually maybe start off with like an idea or a theme that I quite like I go through different phases. Over the last few months I've been really into like anything Chloe inspired or 1970s, and then I'll like go into Forever 21 and find an amazing pair of like cut off denim shorts or like a tan pair of heels, and then I'll kind of build an outfit around that look. I don't necessarily get my inspiration from other people because I don't really like copying whole exact looks because I think everybody's body shape is different, skin tone is different. So instead I kind of like, if I like somebody's vibe, I will then like adapt that to make it appropriate for me and who I am. I know if I'm not dressed how I like to be dressed, then I don't feel comfortable. For example, I went out on Saturday night for like the first time in a while and I just really wanted to wear a denim skirt. I'm so into denim at the moment and it was really casual. Like I went out somewhere like quite smart and everybody else was wearing dresses and I was like, you know what, I just really feel like wearing a denim skirt because if I'm wearing like a fancy dress right now, that's not how I want to be and that's not how I want to be dressed. And I think you're always like the best in what you're most comfortable in. And that's what I've learned. If you're wearing something that you're happy in and you feel comfortable in, no matter if it like sits in with the dress code or the theme, whatever else, then you'll feel good about what you're wearing. And I think that's got a lot to do with textures of clothes. The proportions as well are really important, so wearing like the right top paired with the right skirt. I love a good pair of boyfriend jeans for day to day. So yeah, I just say I kind of get my inspiration from themes in general, from current trends, from style bloggers that I also really like. I really like Something Navy and Sincerely Jules. I think they're great. About 10 years ago, literally, I was obsessed with like the Sienna Miller boho kind of look. Just in terms of celebrity style, like there are a few people who I think dress really well. I think Rosie Huntington-Whiteley dresses really well. She's not a celebrity, but I think my mum dresses really well. So I just kind of get inspiration from all around and I adapt it to make it appropriate for me and how I feel and to make sure that I feel comfortable and that I'm wearing the right thing for the right occasion. It's a question that I quite wanted to answer is, how old were you when you first started wearing makeup? So basically, I think when you first start wearing makeup has a lot to do with when your friends first start wearing makeup, because I know I started wearing makeup a lot younger than my sister who went to the same school as me did because her group of friends just went into it. It all started off with clear mascara from Claire's Accessories, and I remember being really embarrassed to ask my mum for mascara. Like I just was so embarrassed by it, even though I always used to borrow her lipsticks. I don't know, owning my own makeup, like the idea of it really cringed me out, and I eventually did. And I kind of went from that one tiny small step to being like, cool, I can wear makeup now. And then I also got myself an eyeliner. I don't know what kind of eyeliner, like a black kohl liner, and used to kohl all along the inner rim of my eye, all around my eyes. I was 12 years old and I was going out with these panda eyes, and every single day my mum would literally give me a cotton disc with eye makeup remover and tell me to remove it all or most of it. And I look back on that horrified. I was 12 years old, that's so young, but all the girls at school did exactly the same thing. Loads of eyeliner, coloured eyeliner, this and that. And then the trend definitely cooled off and then it was cool to not wear any makeup. It also became like there was a massive crackdown at my school on people wearing like the heavy eye makeup, understandably. And so then I didn't really wear too much makeup again, I guess, until I was like 15. How did you maintain a relationship while at university? I wanted to answer this question because I think it's quite a far-reaching question and I think maybe it's something that a lot of people deal with. My relationship with university was weird. I didn't move away, I stayed living at home, so I didn't really have the full university experience. So I would say maintaining a relationship to me was more my priority than making university friends. I had 2 really good university friends, and at one point I had like a bit of a group as well. There was like 5 or 6 of us, like a mixed group, boys and girls. But I just always put my relationship first. So my then boyfriend, now husband, we'd spend all weekend together. We were quite strict though at the beginning. We'd only do weekends together and throughout the week we'd do our own things. He was working, I was at university, we'd speak every evening, but we definitely had like our own separate lives. I think that was very healthy as well because it also gave me the opportunity to socialise with my university friends, to go and do things, to do my own things. Then all weekend we would like focus on each other and spend time together. I think just giving each other that space and really being aware of like how important it is to keep a relationship healthy, especially in the early days, and not just by jumping full on into it and not spending any time with anyone else. Yeah, some relationships with other people, like friends, did suffer because on weekends I did spend all my time with him. Eventually, as time moves on, you kind of realize that your friends are like both of your friends, so you can all spend time as a group. And to be honest, like my university work and everything else, like none of that suffered because, like I said, I kind of worked pretty much non-stop, and then on the weekends when it came to like exam season, essay season, then he would have work to do, I would have my work to do, and we'd spend maybe all day Sunday literally just working, stopping for lunch and just writing essays, everything else. And he used to proofread quite a lot of my essays for me as well, him and my mum. So I don't know, I didn't find it too difficult maintaining a relationship. If you do leave home and you go abroad or out of your hometown, then I think, you know, just trying to see each other as often as possible. If it's just once a week or once every 2 weeks, speaking all the time. I think trust is very important. If you trust each other, that's kind of all that matters. And if you don't have that trust, then I guess it would be harder, but then maybe you're not really with the right person. Somebody asked for me what an average day meal-wise was for me. So my favourite meal of the day is breakfast. I go to bed every night excited about breakfast. I make myself rye bread. I toast some rye bread, 2 slices. I put on pretty much a whole jar of almond butter, which is like good fat. I guess it's not the best for you, but it's not totally unhealthy. And then I sweeten that with a agave syrup and some cinnamon powder. And I also have a coffee with almond milk, and again I put some cinnamon and agave in it, so it's super sweet, and sometimes I have some watermelon with it or banana or whatever fruit I can find. It's very sweet, very filling, and it keeps me going all the way through. I'm looking now, I have breakfast at around 8:30. It's now 1:30, kind of ready for lunch around about now, so yeah, it's good. Lunch-wise, lunch-wise is totally dependent on timing. I find lunch a really inconvenient meal. I hate having a big meal at lunch. I have very sensitive tummy, so having a big meal at lunchtime just is never a good idea for me. And if in like the ideal world, I'd have like a really nice salad, maybe with like some Ryvita crackers or like a nice sandwich or a bagel. But if I'm very time poor, then literally like a few Ryvitas, a banana, anything I can have to keep my energy levels up because I get low blood sugar level. And then if I don't have proper lunch, I'll just snack throughout the day on like nuts, fruit. I'll have some chocolate cake in the afternoon. I do like a tea time treat, so like a biscuit or a slice of cake or something sweet. And then evening wise, anything goes. By the evening I eat whatever, and I know they say that like by evening you're meant to have like a lighter meal, but I love my big meal at the end of the day. That works best for me. I love pho, Vietnamese, I love burgers, steak, fries, literally anything in the evening. The only like unhealthy thing that I don't eat is pizza. I don't go anywhere near that because, as you might know or may not know, I don't eat dairy. I'm lactose intolerant, and it really badly affects my skin as well. What is it like for you being half Indian and growing up mixed? Being a mix, to be honest, I feel very fortunate that it's never really affected me. I've definitely never had any negative experiences. I've always really enjoyed it, although I think the question which a lot of people who are of similar mixes or like will understand is I hated being asked, and I still hate being asked, where are you from? I always just say London, and then they're like, no, but really, where are you from? And then I have to go into it, and it's complicated, then I have to say this and that and this, but this, and I would just, yeah, that is, I also think it's like flattering as well. You know, it's nice that people want to know where I'm from, so it never irritates me too much, but sometimes I am a bit like, it just gets a bit tedious, or people like try and guess where you're from, and they get that's so very wrong. But no, I think I'm very fortunate enough to never have it be an issue. But I think because I'm one of 4 siblings, when my parents and all of our siblings are out together, people definitely do still look over. And I find that quite interesting in 2015 that there aren't that many mixed race families out there. Like there are obviously more, and they're growing every day, but like a proper mix, like a diverse mix of 2 totally different parents from different parts of the world, you very rarely see that out and about. Like you maybe see 2 or 3 families over like the course of a few days, whereas you're so much more used to seeing the very like dead set nuclear families with parents like either white parents or black parents, Asian parents, whatever else. So I think seeing a mixed race family is still pretty not totally common and not the norm. So as I've gotten older, I've realised that my family does look different, but it's never affected me, and if anything I just really enjoy having two totally different cultures and embracing them, and I'm very protective over both cultures. This is a question that I wanted to answer as well. It's this may be off topic, too personal, but why did you move away from the political campaigning and into beauty blogging? Those are the two sectors that I'm torn between at the moment, and I just wondered what encouraged you to go with beauty. Well, okay, so basically this is a very difficult one to answer because I don't really know the answer myself, but yes, I did work on political campaigns, but that was very much like easing my way into politics. That's not where I saw myself being. I never wanted to be a campaign manager, definitely not a politician. I saw myself more in political broadcasting and journalism. So when I explain that, and that makes a little bit more sense into how I kind of got where I am now, because I was so interested in journalism and on camera. I didn't necessarily want to be on camera myself. I wanted to work in news production. That is something that I definitely saw myself doing, and I was going to go on and do a diploma in journalism and news broadcasting. But to be honest, I also did loads of internships at the same time. I started interning at the age of 14, so every single summer I would do like 1 month or 2 months of work experience at magazines or PR companies, and I was always really into the fashion and beauty world. I've been into fashion since I can't even remember, and personal style and putting outfits together. So I just kind of like took all things together, and what a lot of you may not know is that originally I actually had a blog that was politics, fashion and beauty, and it was a Tumblr, and it was just a disaster. I had like all these things in one place and they didn't really go or work, so I just started doing the beauty blogging and fashion blogging, left the political stuff to one side, and but you know, I'm really happy with my decision. Yes, there are some times where I'm like, damn it, you know, I want to be Olivia Pope again, or I want to get back involved with everything, but I can. Any updates on acne and your visit to the dermatologist? Okay, so these are all like, I'm answering questions that I would like to update you guys on, so they're quite lengthy answers, but basically yes, I did go to a dermatologist, and she actually prescribed me with Roaccutane, which surprised me, but she basically said that given my age and everything else, being a little bit older, well, I guess 24, but still not being like teen acne, being a little bit older, that this would like sort it out once and for all. So I got the Roaccutane prescription and I started taking it for 5 days, and I actually just totally went off the idea. I didn't want to put anything so harsh in my body. I think it is amazing for other people though, and I look at people's results and I'm like, oh my god, your skin is just so stunning, and I can't believe I wasn't gutsy enough to go through with it. But just personally for me, it didn't sit right with me. I like to be quite natural, and my skin wasn't bothering me to the extent where I would, you know, go that the full hog. So I decided against it, and so now in terms of my skin, I'm just using very simple skincare products and trying to eat as much fruit and vegetable as possible, avoiding gluten, avoiding dairy, avoiding sugar where I can, although I had a whole pack of minstrels last night. I'm just going to avoid things where I can, and I'm just going to let my skin do its own thing, and it's not upsetting me too much at the moment. It's more the scarring that's upset me, so I need to definitely find a way of getting that lasered off or fixed. No mascara for a month or no foundation for a year? No mascara for a month. I'm really happy to go without eye makeup. I much prefer my skin looking good, and I like my lips defined and my eyebrows done. If someone took away my eyeliner and mascara for a month, 2-3 months, I'd be absolutely fine. I actually really like the no eye makeup look altogether, like the quite bare look. I think it's quite cool. What are some of your favourite brands, places to shop for clothes? I did answer this question kind of similarly in the last one, but I really love Zara, I love Forever 21. Not so keen on Topshop at the moment, weirdly. Topshop and H&M would have been on there, but at the moment I'm not really feeling them. Zara, Forever 21 are amazing at the moment. And I love Misguided. I spend a lot of time with Misguided. I think they've got some really great stuff. And I also love to buy, like, most of my summer wardrobe I buy from markets locally or on the beaches when I'm there. So I love picking up things when I'm traveling. I think those are amazing to get those one-off pieces. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I've answered some of your questions, and let me know what videos you'd like to see next. As usual, I'm still blogging every day, so head over to my blog there to see more posts from me, and I'm Instagramming a lot and Snapchatting a lot. And if you have any questions, tweet me or email me, and I really love getting back to you as soon as possible. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!